We're here at Idle Hands after the CD release show for Vext. I'm here with Tommy.
What's up, dude?
Was it what you expected?
It was fucking awesome. I don't know if you can see, but it's fucking pouring rain outside, and I was kind of nervous that I didn't know it was gonna hurt the draw, but I got there and I was at the gym, and then I came by the show and I was like, oh shit, you know. So it was really cool. It was really, really cool. Like, everybody came out and supported, and like, there was so much love in the room. Like, it was so, you know, all the bands were awesome. Like, Seas of Wake and Allocane's Gone and fucking Dead Man Dreaming and Utopic played, and like, you know, I had like 10 friends in town from Los Angeles like come in, and it was just crazy. My mom was at the show. You saw that shit?
Yes, I met your mother.
Mama Vext, yeah. So that was cool, man. I feel really blessed just to just be doing what I'm doing, you know. So, and I'm really grateful you guys came and fucking support, man. I really appreciate it. So, yeah, we're a long ways away from like last November or 2 Novembers ago.
Right?
Yeah, same place. Yeah, but
Same place.
a lot has changed. Yeah, it's cool, man. How you doing?
And so, hey, last time we spoke, people were wondering what is the story, because they're like, all right, what is that you guys are talking about? So why don't we tell them in a very, like, you know, of course, your brother's finally like where he needs to be. It is not a positive thing for you because I know it hurts you a lot, but why don't you tell the public right now, because that definitely obviously influenced Impermanence.
Well, you know, the EP Impermanence is like really a lot about what my life has been like over the past couple of years, the past 2 years, and like, you know, having been assaulted and losing my spleen and like almost losing my life. That's kind of what In the End is about. It was lyrically, I wrote it when I was in the hospital recovering in the ICU, and never really, it took a year and a half to come to fruition. And when AJ brought me the song, I was like, you know, those are the words for that song. Like, and we wanted to make something that was really uplifting. And, you know, it just goes to show, it's like nothing lasts forever. Like, the bad times and the good times, you know. So when things are all right, you got to really learn how to appreciate it and have gratitude for things that you have. And then, you know, when shit gets tough, it's like you just have to focus on the positive and know that if you just put one foot in front of the other, you'll eventually walk again. And, you know, it's like, it's very like a deeply gratifying thing to have brought that to fruition. And, you know, it's been like the past couple weeks have been really crazy, just dealing with going to trial and having my brother go to jail, you know, and he's really struggling with, you know, his addictions, and it's hard, you know. And it's like a lot of families out there have people in their life who have, you know, alcoholism and drug addiction, and there's a lot of that stuff involved in this record too, and it's stuff that I grew up with, and you know, I think a lot of people can relate to that, and it's unfortunate, but I pray for him every day that like he gets the help that he needs, and that, you know, he's eventually going to get through it, and, you know, one day maybe we'll be cool again, and he'll be all right. So, but it's like, to me, it's like that's on God's time, you know. But I don't know. I just feel really grateful to be alive. I had a moment on stage. I was like looking at my dudes and watching Angel and AJ and Bill like shredding it out, and I was just like, yo, this is it. Like, you know, it doesn't matter.
You had some tears.
Yeah, I got a little emotional. You know, I've gotten a fucking jam in plenty other countries, and yeah, I got to open up for Disturbed and Korn and Seven Dust, playing Within This Moment, and, you know, sing in front of 14,000 people, and it's like, but it's not about how many people are there. It's like that moment, and like, you know, I was like in it, you know, and I was so grateful to fucking do it, and I fucking love, you know, I love being an artist from New York City because there's like an integrity about it, and like so many fucking bands came out, all different kinds of artists, like, you know, Tommy London from the Dirty Pearls and Fiona Silver, and like these people are like fucking, you know, locally these people are fucking selling shit out and like doing big things, and you know, they're supporting me. I'm like, that's so fucking cool, you know, and like, I don't know. I'm just like it's just bugged out. And I'm just like, it's cool. It's really cool, man. I'm really stoked. So I don't know.
And hey, since you brought up the dudes in the band, obviously, I know Mutiny Within, others don't. I know Angel Vivaldi, others don't. So why don't we talk about how you guys got together in a jam room and started playing music together?
Yeah. Well, like, basically, me and AJ started jamming, probably in August, this past August. I was working on a band with Doc from God Forbid, Al Levy from Doth, and Jeff from In This Moment, and all those guys, like, in the process of working together. Like, Doc had to leave to work on the God Forbid record. Jeff got hired by James Durbin, the American Idol singer, and he had to leave. And Al works at Audio Hammer, and he's a producer, and he just was really busy. And then eventually, AJ sent me new Mutiny Within tracks, and I was like, this is the shit. So we started working, and then we came up to Jersey, and we were jamming out of Treehouse Studios, with my boy Wes, who was like, he's a producer, and they're fucking really cool up there, and they helped us out a lot. And then Bill and AJ came out, and like we jammed because Jeff left, and Bill and AJ were in Mutiny Within, so they have like, you want your bass player and your drummer to be fucking locked in, you know? And they were just so down. And basically, how Angel got in the band, I went to see Bill play. You know, I knew Angel Vivaldi's name from the work he had done with the guys on 40 Below Summer, but I'd never seen him play. So I saw a solo band, and Bill plays drums for him. And I think you guys were there. It was the Hate show. And Mia Tyler showed up, and I saw Angel play, and I was like, yo, that's the dude. And I was like, dude, I'm Tommy Vext. Like, yeah, what's up? And so we talked, and then we all just started jamming. It was really a natural progression. And every one of those guys, they're like, they bring so much to the table. It makes my life really easy, you know. I've been really fortunate in my career to play with some amazing artists. And these guys hold up with all of those guys, and they're super young and hungry, and like, you know, just they're the shit. I'm very blessed to be able to work with these guys, you know. So, thanks, guys.
The whole transitional period, from one project to the other, you were obviously on tour with Korn, This Moment, Disturbed. I know David Draiman was a huge influence for what you're doing vocally now. And I gotta ask you something, because when I saw you tonight with Vext for the first time, which is a beautiful thing, because it's more legit than if like, oh, I've seen your band so many times, da 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 da. But obviously, the fans of Divine Heresy, your more brutal stuff, are gonna be like, what is he doing now? So why don't you tell us a little bit about how like you went from like, let's say, I've already screamed my shit out, and I want to do something more melodic, because I've always said it's a lot harder to sing than to scream.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think you nailed it on the head. Like, you know, I am a huge fan of fucking, like, you know, bands like Meshuggah and Periphery and fucking, you know, I'll listen to Behemoth. Like, you know, I'm at the gym and I'm like, you know, I'm like, that's what I do. Like, I'll go to, like, Bleeding Through or Hatebreed or The Haunted or, like, you know, At the Gates or fucking, you know, Devin Townsend band, like, whatever, you know. But, like, as far as for me, I did the, like, deathcore, I did the fucking metalcore, I did hardcore, I was in a punk metal band, like, whatever you want to call that, and I just, you know, working with AJ, because, first of all, Chris Clancy from Mutiny Within is such a fucking classically trained, amazing singer. AJ was already in the school of knowing how to work with a singer who is technically better than me. He's fucking awesome. He also fucking is a great mixer, and he mixed and mastered out VP too. So thanks, Chris. Yeah. And so, you know, I just wanted to do my thing, and what I was writing didn't require screaming, and I would totally do like another extreme metal band if I had extreme metal guys that I wanted to write with, like, you know, like obviously a fucking, you know, Frederick Thorndahl or like Misha from Periphery, or it's like, you know, or Mark Holcomb was like, dude, let's do something, you know, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. Like, you know, I'm very much a big fan of vocalists like Mike Patton, who will like do Phantomas and then do a record with Dillinger, and then obviously the Faith No More stuff. You know, it's like it's really about art and like doing stuff without limitations, and I got to do things like I got to express different influences. Like, you know, I've been a big fan of Tool for a long time. I'm a fan of City and Color. I'm a fan of Fiona Apple and Portishead. You know, like I listen to Sia Furler and 07, you know, and then like I'll fucking, you know, put on Cannibal Corpse. It's like I'm completely bipolar, you know, but it's like, you know, in like bands like Divine Heresy, it was like it had a place. It was like working with Tim and Dino was really awesome because Dino works with Burton, and so it's like heavy and then melodic, what I call good cop, bad cop. But right now in music, I feel like that's really cliche to like scream and sing in the chorus and scream and sing in the chorus. And it was like, I think Killswitch Engage perfected it, and a lot of other bands tried to rip that off. And there's only a couple guys that do it really, really well, and they should do it. And I decided, I was like, I'm gonna fucking sing my ass off, and because I can, and no one can tell me no. So that's what I did, and you know, hopefully people like it. And if they don't, that's cool. Like, yo, fuck it, whatever. You know, it's more important that people are continue to be creative and make more shit than make shit for someone else. You know, and I'm just like, I'm just chilling. I'm like, I'm more challenged. It's not a challenge for me to like, you know, I can sing 43% Burnt by Dillinger Escape Plan. You know, I like to. But it's not, I've been doing that shit for years. I teach it, you know. I have students that, like, I teach how to scream without losing their voice. And, you know, I just wanted to become a fucking better singer, like a really better singer. And that's it. You know, I'm not like one of those guys who's like, oh, my voice got hurt. Like, I know how to fucking scream. I've been a student of Melissa Cross's for 9 years, and she fucking bred me to be a fucking animal, like, and be able to tear up my fucking shit and be able to go on stage every night and not destroy my voice. I just kind of want to do something new. And, like, they gave me a perfect platform for it. It wasn't even, like, intentional. I was like, oh, this is happening, and it was, like, a natural progression. So it's cool. I'm going on and on. I drank too much coffee.
But hey, since you brought up Divine Heresy, and last time we spoke, it was at Billy Hurricanes, and off the record you said how the only thing you want to do with the boys from Divine Heresy, especially Dino, is patch the peace, you know what I mean? Because no reason why to be fighting each other. So if Dino's watching this, what do you want to, like, what is the message you want to send to them?
Well, I mean, you know, with in respect to Tim and Joe, we've already talked like years ago. Like it was never really like a beef thing or anything, and you know, it was just kind of unfortunate what happened. And like I've called Dino once or twice, and you know, we really don't see eye to eye. There were a lot of things that I disagreed with. He's really hard-headed. I'm really hard-headed. We're both Latino. You know what I mean? I'm like, fucking, yeah. And it's just really unfortunate. You know, I learned a lot from that guy. He's an amazing guitar player. And at the end of the day, we didn't fit. And it's like, it sucks that everything unfolded the way that it did when it could have been like a handshake and a like, let's not work together anymore, which is what I wish would have happened. So, yeah, that's kind of the only thing I regret is that we didn't like handle it better, like more gentlemen. And so, I'm sorry, buddy, but your last two Fear Factory records were really good. So, good for you.
Before we get out of here, you guys watching, Vext has a new album right now called Impermanence, which is hard to spell, but it's easy to say.
Yeah,
you know
Impermanence.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Impermanence.
Yeah, Impermanence.
We'll break it up in the video.
Yeah.
But hey, thank you always for like I told you before, the shout out before on stage.
Of course, man.
You know, the Brooklyn love, the New York attitude of what we do.
We're just trying to fucking entertain people and like let them forget about shit for a little bit, maybe give them something to think about. And I don't know, I'm just having a really good time doing it. So I hear them, they're talking about me in the other room. They're like yelling at me.
We gotta go in there.
I know. We gotta
on.
go figure out what's going on.
Go.
Take it easy, guys.
The love we lost,